Make the mundane magical with Starlight Witch.
What's up, witches? It's Starlight out in the afternoon, and today's video is going to be a continuation of my Fae series, which is like an ongoing thing on this channel. So like whenever I get the time to do a bit more research, I do a bit more and put some more videos up, because that's how this channel works. So this video is going to be on Selkies. So they are often confused with Kelpies, which I do have another video on, so you can go and check that one out. I'll have it in a little bubble thing up there. And they are very, very different. So we're going to cover that today. And obviously my book of shadows, where I keep all of my information, because I've got all of that to cover. So let's jump right in, shall we? We shall. Plane. Cool. Also known as Selkies, Selkies and Seal people. The origins of the Selkie were widely disputed. Some claimed that the Selkie folk were like fairies, fallen angels condemned to live as animals until the biblical day of judgment. Others insisted that they were once human beings who for some grave misdemeanour were doomed to assume the form of a seal and live out the rest of their days at sea. Another possibility was that the Selkies were actually the souls of those who had drowned. So delightful, isn't it? Love folklore. One night each year, those lost souls were permitted to leave the sea and return to their original human form. Others say they were always female and are shapeshifters, born at sea and relatives to mermaids and sirens. There is no clear answer for origin, though the name suggests Celtic or Scandinavian roots. There are other legends to say that Selkies are both male and female, sometimes shifting genders, sometimes self-reproducing, sometimes having both male and female members of their pod, or whatever a group of Selkies is called. These beings have a tendency towards gentleness, and are widely known for that today. There is no agreement on how they carry out their transformation. Some say it's within a certain time period, aka every 9th night or something like that. Others say that they can only transform once a year on Midsummer's Eve or on All Hallows Eve, which is Samhain. A common element of all of the Selkie folk tales is that in order to shapeshift, they have to cast off their seal skins. Within these magical skins lay the power to return to seal form, and therefore the sea. If the skins were lost or stolen, the creature had to remain in human form until it could be found. Because of this, if disturbed while on shore, Selkies would hastily snatch up their skins before rushing back to the safety of the sea. Selkies in human form are known to be very beautiful, or handsome for the men, and were fairly renowned for their many amorous encounters with many of the local humans. So that's more of a case for the men than the women, but I'm just about to get to that. They had almost magical seductive powers over the mortals. According to folklore, the Selkie males were much less ashamed of casting off the Selkie skin, stashing it somewhere safe and seeking out unsatisfied women. For mortal woman to contact a Selkie man, she had to shed 7 tears into the sea at high tide. A Selkie man would rush ashore and after removing his seal skin, seek out unlawful love. Spicy. Tales of Selkie women usually revolved around a man stealing her seal skin and being landlocked and her being forced to marry her captor. The skin is often found and returned to her by her children, or she accidentally finds it on her own. Sometimes the children return to the sea with her. Other accounts have the children remain with their mortal father. But either way, the Selkie woman would return to the sea because it's where she belongs. Children born, usually of a Selkie and human, were said to have webbed fingers and toes, aka Selkie paws, and if clipped, it would always grow back. Many families still claim today to be a descendant of the Selkies. Some mythos have lumped mermaids and Selkies together as one and the same, but they are indeed 2 separate races, although related. A Scottish water fae, often mistaken for Kelpies, like I said earlier, Possible origin is the Orkney Islands of Scotland and Shetland. According to another source, not only are they able to take two forms, but they are also able to grant wishes and bring luck. These seal fae are cursed with a constant longing for that which they do not have. On land they long for the sea, while in the sea they long for the land. Some say that Selkies can only mate on land, but the relationship never lasts long as the Selkie is only there to reproduce. If the Selkie is female, she will eventually return to the sea. If the Selkie is male, it will return after 7 years to claim their child and return to the sea with it. It is only male Selkies who will seek any kind of revenge, as Selkies are generally very sealy. Male Selkies not only have the ability to raise storms and capsize boats, but are also very willing to seek revenge against the indiscriminate slaughter of seals. It was believed that when a drop of Selkie blood was shed into the sea, ships would seek shelter, for it would give rise to a mighty storm. The story of the Selkie is similar to that of the Japanese swan maiden, whose story predates the Selkie, and I have actually not done research into that story, so I have to take my word on that one. Unless you know more about that, in which case, comments below please, because I'd like to know more. Predates the Selkie, similar. Upon making the choice to return to the sea after being landlocked for so long, the Selkie couldn't return to land even if they wanted to. The husband would sail out to sea to find her, usually being caught in a treacherous storm, or just generally being caught in a storm and not going out to look for her. And if that was the case, then they just got caught in the storm, and the Selkie, knowing that she can never return to land, would don her seal skin to save her husband from a certain death. This is an uncommon variation, but shows that not all Selkie human marriages were hollow, and all the Selkie wanted was to return to the sea. So because of a lot of the Selkie stories are like her skin's been kidnapped, she can't go home, and the guy basically just like forces her to marry him. Not all of them are like that. Sometimes it starts out that way, but they end up actually falling in love with each other and having kids and having a happy marriage and whatnot. It is a possible thing. So as for things like offerings and stuff like that, their element is water, their season is autumn and summer. Stones and crystals to offer them are moonstone, aquamarine, pearl, and any pebbles you find near any body of water that attracts to you, so especially if it's at the beach. Their tarot suit is cups or chalices, and their colours are blue, indigo, silver, seafoam green and teal. Good offerings to give them are moon water, shells, seaweed and any kind of seafood, or if you're vegan like me, then maybe to them like vegan sushi, whatever. So that's the information portion. Have I ever had any contact with a Selkie? Personally, no. I did have past life as a mer. I am merkin, as I've said in my other kin video, and I will be doing another video on that at some point soon. But I remember there being Selkies. I remember being quite good friends with a few of them in that lifetime, but in this lifetime I haven't actually met any Selkies that I'm aware of. I might have done, but I'm not aware of meeting any. And I've not actually tried to reach out to them because I've been focused more on connecting with like my kin type of mermaids. But I do like seals, and we used to see them quite a lot around the Cornish headlands, so like if we would go to the beach or something, we'd see like a little seal pop its head out of the water. So I did always wonder if that would be like the local Selkies, but you never know. You never know. Have you ever contacted any Selkies, and do you have any information that I've missed? If so, again, comments down below, let me know, and like educate us all if there's something that I missed. But I think that wraps up this video. So be unapologetically you, no shame.
We're doing the no shame dance. The no shame dance changes in every single fucking video, I swear. I need to actually like choreograph a no shame dance and just do that at the end of every video. Like, that is now going to be a thing. Okay, maybe not now, but soon. I will do that.
No shame, and I will see you in the next video.
No shame. ashamed of yourself.